Hello everybody. Welcome to the Market Views update for 27th June 2018 from Brokerage Free. Let's have a look at the important points from yesterday's trading sessions. Markets were range bound yesterday. Foreign institutional investors sold shares worth about 538 crores yesterday. Domestic investors bought shares worth about 238 crores. A shooting star-like pattern was formed on the daily charts. We'll see more of that a little bit later. Experts expect that the trading is that the markets are going to be range bound for today as well. Let's have a look at Nifty. Nifty opened at 10,742 and closed at 10,769. Nifty made an intraday high of 10,805 and a low of 10,732. The market swung by about 73 points. The markets closed by about 6.7 points up from the previous day close of 10,762. Support levels at this point of time for Nifty is around 10,729 and 10,693. Resistance levels at this point of time for Nifty is around 10,802 and 10,838. Let's have a look at the shooting star candlestick. That happens when the open, low and the close price are almost the same. There is a long upper shadow, twice as long as the body. The bulls and buyers push the stock prices up. Sellers and bears pull the stock prices down. The closing price is near the opening price. The candlestick normally indicates a trend reversal. The signal is not considered a strong signal. We should use a combination of patterns and indicators to determine strategy. Shooting star pattern candlestick formed at the end of a bullish trend is generally used as an exit point. Let's actually see this in the charts. So this is the daily charts for Nifty. If you see here, this is the daily chart for yesterday. The open is at around 10,742 and the high, if you see, it is about 10,805. The low is about 10,732 here, and the closing is about 10,769. Actually here the open and close are not very close. However, if you look at the open price and the low and the close, they are not very far away. Open and low are somewhat closer, but the closing price is a little bit farther away. It's not very far. You also have a long upper body here. If you see, it's not as per the technical definition, it is not twice as long as the body. The shadow is not twice as long as the body, but however this resembles somewhat of a shooting star, and when this happens in a bullish trend, it basically indicates a trend reversal. But at this point of time, the markets are somewhat range bound, and whenever this happens at the end of a trend, then the trend is supposed to get reversed. But at this point of time, we only notice that this pattern, somewhat of a shooting star pattern, is formed, and the markets are expected to be range bound for today as well. Let's have a look at long build-up. Long build-up happens when the stock price increases along with the open interest. Here, if we notice, we have a good number of stocks above the 2.5% mark. Ultratech Cement has a change in open interest of 6.27%, which is a very good number, and also a percentage change of its price at 2.35%, and with a difference of about 88 rupees. That is a very good number. So a lot of people are taking long positions in Ultratech. There are other two stocks where the change in open interest is above 5%, which is Adani Port and Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. The percentage change in Oil and Natural Gas Corporation is 1.05. It's 1.65 rupees. It's not a lot, but in percentage terms, it's more than 1%. So at this, as well as if you see, you also have Bharat Petroleum here in this list, and okay, that is the only oil stock I think is appearing in this list. Bharati Petroleum also, Bharati Airtel also appears in this list, and with the change in price of about 1.62%, which is 6 rupees 5 paise. So these are the stocks that appear in this long build-up, and please note that there are people taking up long positions in these stocks, and these are the stocks topping that list. So if you're trading in these stocks, please take note of it. Long unwinding is when people who have opened long positions are closing their long positions and exiting that particular stock. So here we have like about 4 stocks, which is about 1%. ICICI and Hero MotoCorp with change in open interest of 2.89 and 2.19, but their price difference is not very significant. Hero MotoCorp changing about 20 rupees, which is about 0.56% less. HDFC Bank also appears in this list, but the change in price is very insignificant. Bajaj Finserv and Lupin also appears in this list, but the change in open interest is too small for us to consider anything significant happening with these stocks. Short buildup happens when people open short positions. So whenever people are shorting, the price normally goes down, but when they take short positions, then the open interest increases. So here in this list, we see a State Bank of India, which has a change in open interest of 9.44%, and however the change in percentage price is only about 0.39%. We have a couple of other stocks which is above 6% as well, Tata Motors and Tata Steel. And Tata Motors, actually, if we see, it has a change of about 12.55 rupees, which is a percentage change of about 4.34, and the change in open interest is about 6.31. There are a good number of stocks above 3.5%. Cipla has a percentage change in open interest of 3.66. Reliance Industries has a percentage change of 5.13, and with a change of about 25.5 rupees, 2.54 percentage points. And we see Bajaj Finserv, that also has a good change, which is roughly about 0.97%. Eicher Motors has a change in open interest of about 0.7%, which is not very significant, but however their change in price is 404 rupees approximately, and the percentage change is about 1.37%. So these are stocks where people are taking up short positions, especially State Bank of India with a change in open interest of 9.44%. So please take note of them if you are trading in these stocks. Short covering happens when people with short positions, they keep closing them, and the stocks that we have on this list today is here. Bharati Infratel, there is a change of open interest by roughly about 4.1%, but percentage change in prices, it's only about 0.34. Hindalco and Coal India and Maruti Suzuki and Tata Consultancy Services, these have a very good change in percentage change in prices. However, Coal India has a bigger change in open interest. Coal India has a change of about 2.82% and a percentage change of about 2.3% in its price, which is about 6.15 rupees. And the other ones, if we can notice, Maruti Suzuki has a change in open interest of 1.26 and a price difference of about 1.57%, which is 138 rupees. Hindustan Unilever also appears in this list, but the percentage change in price is only about 0.41%. So these are stocks which are appearing in the short covering list. So people are exiting their short positions and getting out of them. Right. Let's have a look at the world markets. The world markets seem to have recovered from day before yesterday's downward trend. The United States Dow Jones closed by about 1.12% up. The S&P 500 was up by about 0.22%. Brazil up by about 0.64%, and Canadian markets up by about 0.74%. Chile was down by about 1.72%, and Mexican markets up by about 0.34%. The European markets also seem to have somewhat improved considering the day before yesterday's trading sessions. England markets up by about 0.37, European markets up by about 0.08, France down by about 0.05, and Germany down by about 0.29. Swiss markets were up by about 0.23%. Let's have a look at the Asian markets. The Japanese markets down by about 0.51, Hong Kong down by about 0.32, Chinese markets down by about 0.19%. The Mumbai Sensex and NSE Nifty was up by about 0.06% yesterday. Singapore Nifty at the time of preparing this report was down by about 10.5 points, which is about 0.1%. If this is to give any indication, then the market should open at around the same range and probably be range bound today. Thank you for watching this edition of Market Views from Brokerage Free. Good luck with your trades. Thank you.